Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is the Trippin' Sister here. And I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know how we're doing in preparing for our trip back to the States now. We're not going to be there long. We're just going to be there long enough to pick up some things that we left before. And we need to bring them back to the States, like our scooters and stuff. I mean, back to Canada. Anyway, I really don't like traveling this time of year because the weather is very unpredictable. Even in the United States, the weather is unpredictable this time of year. We usually don't travel this time of year. We're usually stationary by now, even before we had the rig. We just, we hibernated from uh, October to, March, something like that. So we really hadn't planned on making this trip this soon. We weren't going to go until next month when we thought that there was no chance of freezing or anything like that. But we need to get there and get some things done and get back here. And we need all the time we can get to accomplish that before we actually have to leave the RV park here. So we have to leave in May because the regular tenants are coming back and we're in somebody's spot, don't know who. And then we'll be going back to where we started out, which is 6 hours from here. It'll take us 2 days to get there at the speed that we go. We go about 50 miles an hour to keep gas consumption down. So it'll take us a couple days. We're not in a hurry. We will not be re-renting to our current tenants. It turns out that they were a real headache for the agency. So we didn't know anything about any of that until, a couple of weeks back. And they were really asking us to, can we please move on from here? So they've already been given a notice that we won't be renewing their lease. And they've had by the time their lease is up, which will be the end of May, they would have had a 4-month heads up. The problem is there aren't any rentals in our city there, our town there. So I don't know what they're going to do, but we're going to go back in and empty out the room that we were using for storage, and we're going to rent it as a 2-bedroom. So um, that'll help bring us in some more income. And we're taking every extra dime we can and throwing it toward our mortgage in Canada to get it paid off so that we don't have any uh, asset liabilities. It just, becomes an asset. But anyway, the other thing is because the weather is so unpredictable, we're having to treat this as if we were putting the coach in storage. So this will be our first time draining our lines and putting in the winterizing antifreeze and stuff for RVs. So Mr. Viking left to go. He's looking for some kind of a fitting. We've already drained the water tank. We're not leaving for a couple of days, a few days, but we'll just use the city's water. I didn't want water sitting in the tank for the time we would be sitting here in the park, so I always filled the tank and I just used both water out of the tank and from the city. But anyhow, so we just went ahead and emptied that tank, and he went to go find a fitting so that he can get the hose and do the bypass thing and all that for the hot water heater. Um, so the coach is a mess right now because we had a lot of things in the van that before we wrapped the coach, we took out of the bays, like the tool bins. We had the plastic, like Tupperware things that we had tools and stuff in. And we didn't want to have to keep unwrapping the coach to get to those bins to get stuff. So we took all that stuff out and we were using the back of our van as storage. Well, now we need the van because we need to put our luggage and stuff in there. So that stuff is in here now. Y'all know how I feel about clutter. Ugh. Anyway, so I won't have to look at it but a few days. We had leftover Reflectix and my shampooer, stuff like that. So it's in here looking at me. It's staring at me. I won't look back. Anyway, so that's our update. Coach is a mess. I won't show you. You'll be depressed. You won't sleep at night. Trust me. And we are making a list as we think of things going along, particularly by it being cold weather. So we'll make sure we have chains and stuff like that. And then when we get there, of course, we'll have to check everything out that we're bringing back. We're bringing back our trailer that pulls our scooters and make sure our wheels and bearings and all that are okay. So there you go. That's the update. I can't stand looking at this mess. This kind of reminds me of when we were moving out of the condo. It was, oh, made me nuts. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing okay. And if you like our channel, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and like and comment and subscribe. And I'll see you on the road. Keep tripping.